You're all very welcome to the class this morning. The structure of the class will be similar to other classes. We'll do opening Shavasana, the warm-up, sun salutations. We'll do a few standing asanas, and when we move on to the floor, we'll do a bit of core work and strengthening postures. So if you'd like to start, lying back onto your mat, feet out to the edge of your mat. Gently lie back. Your palms are facing upwards. Arms away from your body. Gently bring your eyes to closed and arrive on your mat this morning. Letting go of your week. Completely relaxing. Scanning your body from the soles of your feet, up your legs, into your hips, along your spine, towards your neck, up through the back of your head, towards the crown of your head. Breathing in deeply from the bottom of your belly. Filling your chest. And exhaling, relaxing your chest, relaxing your belly, feeling your belly button draw towards your spine. Inhaling deeply from the bottom of your belly, filling your chest, filling your lungs, and exhaling, completely releasing, emptying your lungs, surrendering on your mat. Continue to breathe into your belly and up into your chest, and arrive on your mat this morning for your practice as we move into silence. bring your awareness back to your body, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, moving your hands and feet. Gently move your head from side to side, waking up your neck, resting your head back at center, keeping your legs extended. Join your heels on your mat and reach your arms over your head, getting a full body stretch, lengthening your side body, pointing your toes, extending through your fingertips, and exhale, release. Gently bend your knees and roll over to your right hand side, making a cushion with your hand. Extend your left leg and push up to a comfortable seated position at the front of your mat with your eyes closed. Drawing your hands together at heart center, thanking yourself for arriving on your mat this morning, remembering throughout your practice to be gentle and courageous in equal measures. With that in mind, bow your head towards your hands, open your eyes. Namaste. To begin today's warm-up today, we're going to work into the wrists. So simply extend your hands out in front of you and roll your wrists in one direction, circling your wrists, and the other direction, getting rid of any tension. And exhale, release. You can drop your hands back down. We're now going to work into the shoulders. So placing the palms of your hands on the tops of your shoulders, making circles with your elbows, forward circular motions, gradually making the circles wider, connecting to your breath and the other direction, making circles, gradually making them wider. And exhale, release. You can drop your hands back down. You can sweep your feet behind you as we come into tabletop position. Your wrists, shoulders, and elbow are in line. Your knees are tracking under your hips. We're going to come into a spinal twist. So keeping your left hand on your mat. On an inhale, raise your right arm, twisting out to the right, reaching out through your fingertips. And exhale, release. Slide that right arm behind your left wrist, bringing the back of your right shoulder and the side of your head towards your mat. Feeling a nice opening on the backs of your shoulders. As you inhale, raising your right arm, twisting out to the right, keeping your knees and the tops of your feet activated on your mat. Feeling a nice twist to your spine. As you exhale, slide that right arm behind your left wrist, dropping the back of your shoulder and the side of your head towards your mat. Connecting to your breath. And inhale, you can slowly come up, coming back into tabletop. We're going to repeat that on the other side. So keeping your right hand rooted on your mat, on an inhale, raise your left arm, twisting out to the left, reaching out through your left fingertips. As you exhale, slide that left arm behind your right wrist, dropping the back of your shoulder and the side of your head towards your mat. Breathing in and out through your nose. As you inhale, twisting out to the left, raising that left arm, keeping your knees and the tops of your feet activated on your mat. Feeling a nice twist to your spine. As you exhale, slide that left arm behind your right wrist, dropping the back of your shoulder and the side of your head towards your mat. Feeling a nice opening on the back of your shoulder. As you inhale, slowly come back up to tabletop. From here, you can extend your left leg straight out behind you and extend your right arm in front of you. If you're comfortable, you can raise your left foot off your mat, drawing your belly button towards your spine to engage your core, lengthening through your right fingertips, pointing through your left heel, connecting to your breath, and exhale, release, drop your knee and your hand back to your mat. We'll repeat that on the other side. So extending your right leg out behind you, extending your left arm out in front of you. You can lift your right foot off your mat, drawing your belly button towards your spine, lengthening through your fingertips, pressing through your right heel, keeping integrity in your right shoulder, connecting to your breath, and exhale, release, drop your knee and your hand back to your mat. From here, keeping both your hands on your mat and your arms as straight as possible, tuck your toes and gently lift both your knees a couple of inches off your mat, activating your core, drawing your belly button towards your spine. And exhale, release, dropping your knees back down, taking a deep breath. We're going to repeat that one more time. So gently tucking your toes, lift your knees a couple of inches off your mat, pushing the floor away from you with your hands, drawing your belly button towards your spine. And exhale, release your knees back down, untuck your toes. We're now going to move into a cat-cow. So on an inhale, drop your belly, lift your tailbone, open your chest. Exhale, lift your spine, drop your tailbone, draw your chin towards your chest, pushing through your shoulder blades, drawing your belly button towards your spine. As you inhale, drop your belly, lift your tailbone, open your chest. And exhale, lift your spine, drop your tailbone, draw your chin towards your chest. Imagining you're pushing the floor away from you. And exhale, coming back into tabletop. We're going to move into extended child's pose. So joining your big toes on your mat. Shift your knees out to the edge of your mat. Sit your bum towards your heels. Extending your arms out ahead of you. And melt your chest and forehead towards your mat. Connecting to your breath. Breathing into your back body. Drawing your bum towards your heels. Softening your upper thighs. Feeling a nice extension to your spine and opening to your hips. Inhale, gently come back up to tabletop. And from here, tuck your toes, keeping your knees bent, lift your hips, coming into downward facing dog. Being gentle in the first downward dog of class, you can pedal your feet to stretch your calves and your hamstrings, pushing the floor away from you with your hands, lifting your sit bones towards the ceiling. From here, roll forward into plank, drawing your belly button towards your spine. And on an inhale, lift your hips, coming back into downward facing dog. Again, pedaling your feet, stretching out your calves and your hamstrings. Gently walk your feet towards your hands at the front of your mat, and keeping your knees bent, melt your upper body over your knees, grabbing opposite elbows with your hands, completely letting go, surrendering the crown of your head and your elbows towards your mat, connecting to your breath. And inhale, keeping your knees bent, slowly come to a standing position at the front of your mat. The final warm-up exercise in class will be a standing side bend. So shifting your feet about a foot apart. On an inhale, raise your left arm, reaching out through your fingertips. And exhale, fold out to the right. Reaching out through your left fingertips, sliding your right arm down your leg. Feeling a nice opening to your side body. Breathing in and out through your nose. And inhale, slowly come up, release your left arm. On an inhale, raise your right arm, reaching out through your fingertips, lengthening through your side body. And exhale, fold out to the left. Connecting to your breath, lengthening through your side body. And inhale, you can drop your hands back down, coming to mountain pose at the front of your mat as we move into the sun salutations. We'll do 2 rounds of sun salutation A, and then 1 round of sun salutation B. Feet together, quadriceps engaged. Drop your tailbone, drawing your shoulders back and down. Fingertips engaged. Connecting to your breath. On an inhale, raise your arms, reaching out through your fingertips. Exhale, fold forward over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on your shins, opening your chest. Exhale, palms down at the front of your mat. Step your left and right foot back. Lower your knees and keeping your hips in the air, lower your chest and chin towards your mat. On an inhale, push your chest forward, keeping your elbows bent, coming into low cobra. And exhale, moving through tabletop, lifting your hips, coming into downward facing dog. Connecting to your breath, engaging your fingertips on your mat, imagining you're pushing the floor away from you as you lift your sit bones towards the ceiling. Looking between your palms, on an inhale, step your right and left foot forward to the front of your mat, coming into a halfway lift, palms on your shins, lengthening your spine. Exhale, fold forward over your knees. Inhale, raise your arms, reaching out through your fingertips, lengthening through your side body. And exhale, you can release your hands back down. Take a deep breath. We'll do another round of Sun Salutation A, a slightly more advanced version. Standing in mountain pose. Quadriceps engaged. Energy through the crown of your head as you stand tall. On an inhale, raise your arms, joining your palms above your head, looking towards your thumbs. Exhale, fold forward over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, palms on your shins, opening your chest. Exhale, palms down at the front of your mat. You can step or jump your feet back. And bend your elbows, lowering your body towards the ground. On an inhale, push your chest forward, coming into upward facing dog, lengthening your arms. And exhale, rolling over your toes, lifting your hips, coming into downward facing dog. Connecting to your breath, breathing in and out through your nose. Engaging your fingertips on your mat as you draw your heels towards your mat. On an inhale, step your right and left foot forward to the front of your mat, coming into a halfway lift, palms on your shins, opening your chest. Exhale, fold forward over your knees. Inhale, raise your arms, joining your palms above your head, looking towards your thumbs. And exhale, you can release your hands back down. Take a deep breath. Connecting to your breath. As we come into mountain pose, we'll move on to the Sun Salutation B. Standing tall, your spine is straight. Shoulders rolling back and down your spine. On an inhale, bend your knees, sweep your fingers along the mat, raising your arms, looking straight ahead. Exhale, fold forward over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening your spine through the crown of your head. Exhale, palms down. You can step or jump your feet back. And bend your elbows, lowering your body towards the ground. On an inhale, push your chest forward, lengthening your arms, coming into upward facing dog. And exhale, lifting your hips, coming into downward facing dog. Connecting to your breath,
On an inhale, step your right foot between your palms at the front of your mat. Your ankle and knees in line. Your left leg is straight and engaged. As you inhale, raise your arms, coming into warrior one. Imagining your inner thighs are hugging together, keeping that left leg engaged. Softening the tops of your shoulders. As you exhale, palms down, framing your right foot. Step your right foot back to meet your left foot. And bend your elbows, lowering your body towards the ground. On an inhale, push your chest forward, coming into upward facing dog. And exhale, lifting your hips, coming into downward facing dog. Connecting to your breath here as you lift your sit bones towards the ceiling. On an inhale, step your left foot between your palms at the front of your mat. Your left ankle and knees in line. Your right leg is straight and engaged. As you inhale, raise your arms, coming into warrior one. Imagining your inner thighs are hugging together for stability. Keeping your right leg straight and engaged. As you soften the tops of your shoulders and lengthen through your fingertips. Exhale, palms down, framing your left foot. Step your left foot back to meet your right foot. And bend your elbows, lowering your body towards the ground. On an inhale, push your chest forward, coming into upward facing dog. And exhale, lifting your hips, coming into downward facing dog. Connecting to your breath here. Deep inhales through your nose. Deep exhales through your nose. Engaging your fingertips on your mat as you lift your sit bones. On an inhale, step your right and left foot forward to the front of your mat, coming into a halfway lift, palms on your shins, opening your chest. Exhale, fold forward over your knees. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep your fingers along the mat, raising your arms, coming into chair pose. And exhale, release your hands, coming to the front of your mat. Taking a few breaths here, connecting to your breath. We're now going to move into the standing asanas. So if you'd like to move your mat or your camera, as I'll be cueing the next few positions from here. And when you're ready, come to a wide-legged stance on your mat with your feet facing forward. From here, turn your right foot out 90 degrees, turn your left heel in 5 degrees, and bend into your right knee so your ankle and knee is in line. Place your right forearm above your right knee and extend out through your left fingertips, coming into side angle pose. Focusing on lifting your chest, opening your chest towards the ceiling, engaging the outer edge of your left foot, feeling a nice stretch along your whole left side body. As you inhale, place your left hand on your back leg and keeping a bend into your right knee. Extend out through your left fingertips, your right fingertips, coming into Peaceful Warrior. Extending out through your fingertips, keeping a bend into your right knee. Feeling a nice stretch along your front body. As you exhale, release that right forearm on your right knee and extend out through your left fingertips, spiraling your chest towards the sky, coming back into side angle pose, connecting to your breath. And inhale, you can push up and slowly release, turning your right heel in, taking a deep breath. We're going to repeat that sequence on the other side. So turning your left heel out 90 degrees and bending into your left knee so your ankle and knee is in line. Placing your left forearm above your left knee and extending out through your right fingertips, coming into side angle pose as you spiral your chest towards the sky, connecting to your breath as you engage the outer edge of your right foot. On an inhale, place your right hand on your back leg and keeping your left knee bent, extend out through your left fingertips, coming into Peaceful Warrior. Keeping a bend into that front knee as you extend out through your left fingertips, feeling a nice opening along your front body. As you exhale, release that left forearm above your left knee and extend out through your right fingertips, spiraling your chest towards the sky, coming back into side angle pose, engaging the outer edge of your right foot, connecting to your breath. And inhale, you can push up, slowly come up, turn your left heel in, breathing in and out through your nose, connecting to your breath. From here, we're going to move into triangle pose. So turning your right heel out 90 degrees, left heel in 5 degrees, arms to shoulder level. On an inhale, lean out to your right hand side, reaching out through your fingertips, and exhale, fold over a bent or straight right knee, placing your hand on your knee, shin, or ankle, and twisting your torso towards the ceiling. Keeping your right leg as straight as possible, engaging the outer edge of your left foot, connecting to your breath as you extend out through your left fingertips. From here, on an inhale, come up and bend into that right knee so your ankle and knee is in line, raising your arms to shoulder level, keeping your hips square facing me. Turn your head to focus your gaze over your right middle finger, coming into Warrior Two. Keeping your hips square facing me, engaging the outer edge of your left foot. Energy out through both sets of fingertips. And inhale, release, straightening that right leg. Connecting to your breath. We're going to repeat that on the other side. So turning your left heel out 90 degrees, your right heel in 5 degrees, hips are square facing me, arms to shoulder level. On an inhale, leaning out your left hand side, reaching out through your fingertips, And exhale, folding over a bent or straight left knee, placing your hand on your knee, shin or ankle, and twisting your chest towards the sky. Connecting to your breath here, engaging the outer edge of your right foot, keeping your left leg as straight as possible, feeling a nice stretch along your left hamstring, your right hip, and a nice twist to your spine. As you inhale, come up and bend into that left knee so your ankle and knee is in line, arms to shoulder level, hips square facing me. Turn your head to focus your gaze over your left middle finger. Connecting to your breath. Energy out through both sets of fingertips as you soften the tops of your shoulders. And inhale, you can push up and slowly come up, turning your left heel in. From here, you can join your feet together and come to the front of your mat. I'll be cueing the remaining positions from here, so you can move your mat or your camera to how it was at the start of class. And when you're ready, come to mountain pose at the front of your mat. We're going to move into chair pose. So on an inhale, bend your knees, sweep your fingers along the mat, raising your arms, looking straight ahead, pressing your ankles together, pressing your knees together, softening the tops of your shoulders, feeling activation in your glutes and your hamstrings. As you exhale, fold forward over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, palms on your shins, opening your chest. Exhale, palms down at the front of your mat. Step your left and right foot back. And bend your elbows, lowering your body towards the ground. On an inhale, push your chest forward, coming into upward facing dog. And exhale, lifting your hips, coming into downward facing dog. Connecting to your breath here. Engaging your fingertips on your mat. As you inhale, raise your right leg straight out behind you, coming into three-legged dog. From here, bending into your right leg and shifting your weight into your shoulders as you draw your knee as close to your elbow as possible. Drawing your belly button towards your spine to engage your core. As you inhale, raise your right leg back out behind you, coming back into three-legged dog. Bending into that right knee, shifting the weight into your shoulders as you draw your knee towards your nose. And from here, gently stepping your right foot between your palms so your ankle and knee is in line. Your left leg is straight and engaged as we come up into warrior one. Softening the tops of your shoulders. From here, join your hands together at heart center and hook your left elbow across your right knee, coming into a warrior one with a twist. Connecting to your breath. Engaging your left leg. As you exhale, release your palms down, framing your right foot. Step your right foot back to meet your left foot and lift your hips, coming into downward facing dog. From here, on an inhale, raise your left leg straight out behind you, coming into three-legged dog. Bending into that left knee. Shift the weight into your shoulders as you draw your left knee as close as possible towards your left elbow. Drawing your belly button towards your spine to engage your core. Breathing in and out through your nose. As you inhale, raise your left leg straight out behind you, coming back into three-legged dog. Bending into your left knee, shifting your weight into your shoulders, drawing your knee towards your nose, and gently from here, stepping your left foot between your palms. Your ankle and knee is in line. Your right leg is straight and engaged as you raise your arms, coming into warrior one. Engaging your right leg. As you inhale, draw your hands together at heart center and hook your right elbow across your left knee, coming into a warrior one with a twist. Connecting to your breath here, drawing your belly button towards your spine. As you exhale, release your hands back down and gently stepping your left foot back to meet your right foot. Drop your knees, coming into tabletop, and from tabletop, coming into child's pose. Sitting your bum towards your heels, extending your arms out ahead as you melt your forehead and chest towards your mat. Deeply breathing in and out through your nose. Feeling a nice opening on the hips, an extension to your spine. When you're ready, coming back into tabletop. We're going to go into a low lunge with a twist. So stepping your right foot forward to the front of your mat, your ankle and knee is in line. Your left leg is extended straight out behind you with your knee and the top of your left foot resting on your mat. On an inhale, raise your arms, coming into a low lunge. Sinking into your hips, feeling a nice stretch along your left hip flexor and your right glute. From here, there's the option to join your hands together at heart center and hook your left elbow across your right knee, coming into a low lunge with a twist. Drawing your belly button towards your spine to engage your core. Sinking a little bit further into your hips. Connecting to your breath. And exhale, release. Framing your right foot with your hands. Coming back into tabletop, stepping your right knee back. We're going to repeat that on the other side. So stepping your left foot between your palms at the front of your mat. Your left ankle and knee is in line. Your right leg is extended straight out behind you with your right knee and the top of your right foot resting on your mat. On an inhale, raise your arms, coming into low lunge. And on an exhale, sinking into your hips, feeling a nice stretch along your right hip flexor, your left glute. From here, there's the option to join your hands together at heart center and hook your right elbow across your left knee, coming into a low lunge twist. Connecting to your breath, drawing your belly button towards your spine as you twist a little bit further, softening your hips, and exhale, release your hands, framing your left foot, gently bringing your left knee back, coming into tabletop. Connecting to your breath. We're now going to move into Navasana or bow pose. So sitting on your mat, you want to draw your heels in towards your sit bones. From here, you can gently, keeping your knees bent, you can lift your feet off your mat, placing your hands under your knee creases for support. If you're comfortable, you can extend your arms out in front of you and extend your legs, coming into the full version. In whichever version you're in, focusing on lifting your chest, extending through your fingertips, drawing your belly button towards your spine, and exhale, slowly release your feet back to your mat, cross your legs, lift your hips for a nice counter stretch. We're going to repeat bow pose one more time. So drawing your heels in towards your sit bones, keeping your knees bent, you can lift your feet. From here, you can extend your arms and extend your legs, coming into the full version. Drawing your belly button towards your spine to engage your core. And exhale, slowly release your feet, cross your legs, lift your hips for a nice counter stretch. Connect to your breath. From here, we're going to move into side plank pose. So there's various different versions for this. The first of which, you can have your left hand resting on your mat with your left knee in line and your right leg extended out to the side, raising your right arm. If you're comfortable, you can stack your heels and raise your right arm, coming into the full version. For increased stability, you can step your top foot ahead of your bottom foot and raise through your right arm. So picking your version, coming into side plank pose. In whichever version you're in, drawing your belly button towards your spine, using your bottom arm to push the floor away from you as you extend through your top arm, connecting to your breath, and exhale, release, dropping your knees back down. We're going to repeat side plank on the other side. So you can have your wrist, knee, and foot in line and extend through your fingertips. Or you can stack your heels and raise your left arm. Or you can step your top foot in front for increased stability. In whichever version you're in, pressing through your hand to push the floor away from you, extending through your fingertips, drawing your belly button towards your spine, and exhale, slowly release, dropping your bum back to your mat, connecting to your breath. From here, we're going to move into squat pose. So standing on your mat, your feet a hip distance apart. From here, turn both your feet out about 60 degrees. Bringing your hands together at heart center. Gently bend your knees and open your hips as you sit your bum towards your heels. You can lift your heels for increased stability, but aiming on drawing your heels towards your mat. To intensify the stretch, you can use your elbows to push your knees apart, keeping integrity in your spine, energy out through the crown of your head, connecting to your breath. And inhale, pushing through your heels, gently come to a standing position. We're now going to have a play around with crow pose, as we usually do on a Sunday. So there's various different versions. You can firstly come back into squat pose. And from here, you can place the palms of your hands in front of you on the floor and just shift your weight into your hands. Just getting used to shifting the weight into your upper body. If you're comfortable, you can place the palms of your hands at the front of your mat. And from here, pressing your knees against just above your elbows, you can lift one knee and lift the other knee. Just getting used to shifting the weight into your hands. Again, imagining you're pushing the floor away from you. If you're comfortable, you can lift both knees. In whichever version you're in, just focusing on shifting the weight into your hands. As we have in many of the postures today, just focusing on pushing the floor away from you, engaging your fingertips on your mat, shifting the weight into your shoulders, connecting to your breath, not taking it too seriously, being happy in whichever version you're in at the moment. And exhale, you can slowly release. From here, we're going to move into the final posture of class, shoulder stand. So lying back onto your mat, you can hug your knees in towards your chest and rock from side to side for a more restorative posture. If you're comfortable, you can roll back onto your shoulders and lift your feet towards the ceiling. Coming into shoulder stand, placing your hands on your lower back for support, pointing your toes, drawing your chest towards your chin, connecting to your breath. From here, if you're comfortable, keeping your legs as straight as possible, drop your feet in behind your head, coming into Halasana. If your legs are still in the air, keep your hands on your lower back for support, or you can drop your feet to the floor behind you and tuck your shoulders under your body, interlocking your fingers and pressing your hands away from your body. In whichever version you're in, connecting to your breath. And exhale, bend your knees and roll vertebrae by vertebrae, dropping your feet back to your mat. From here, we'll go into a spinal twist, just to release the core and the obliques. So bending your knees, keeping your legs parallel to the floor, dropping your knees out to the right-hand side. Feeling a nice stretch to your left obliques. A nice twist to your spine. Focusing on keeping both your shoulder blades rooted on your mat. As you inhale, bring your knees back to center and drop both your knees out to the left. You can close your eyes, feeling a nice twist to your spine, a stretch to your obliques. Connecting to your breath. As you inhale, draw your knees back to center. You can extend your legs, drawing your heels out to the edge of your mat as we come into the closing Shavasana. Gently lying back. Your arms are away from your body. Your palms are facing upwards. Completely surrendering your body on your mat to the most important posture of class. Giving yourself this time to absorb the benefits of your practice and be with yourself, embracing the stillness and peace. I will now guide you through the closing Shavasana. Completely relax your mind and body and listen to my cues. Relax your toes. Relax the soles of your feet, your heels. Relax your ankles, your calves, the backs of your knees. Relax your hamstrings, your glutes. Relax your hips, feeling them open out like a book. Relax your abdomen, feeling your belly button draw towards your spine. Relax your chest. Relax your throat. Relax your fingertips. Relax the palms of your hands. Relax your wrists, forearms, elbows. Relax your shoulders, feeling them draw away from your ears.
Soften your shoulder blades, feeling them slightly part. Relax your neck. Relax the back of your head. Relax your jaw. Relax your tongue. Feeling your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Soften your lips, feeling them slightly part. Relax the space around your eyes. Relax your eyes, feeling them draw away to the back of your head. Soften your eyebrows. Soften your forehead, the seat of your mind. Relax every single hair on the top of your head. Relax your entire body, feeling the support of the earth beneath you. Relax, relax, relax. We will now move into silence for the next 5 minutes. Taking this 5 minutes for yourself, recognizing there is great power in the ability to be completely still and silent with yourself.
Bring your awareness back to your body, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, moving your hands and feet. Gently move your head from side to side, resting your head back at center. Keeping your legs extended, join your heels on your mat and extend your arms over your head, getting a full body stretch. Gently bend your knees and roll over to your right hand side, making a cushion with your hand. Extend your left leg and push up to a comfortable seated position at the front of your mat with your eyes closed. Drawing your hands together at heart center, taking a moment to thank yourself for arriving on your mat this morning. Remembering contentment, an important element of yoga, away from your mat. Remembering in moments of peace, silence, and stillness throughout your day to actively practice contentment, being completely happy with who you are. With that in mind, rub your hands together, creating heat, creating energy. Draw your hands over your eyes. Blink your eyes open to the darkness of your palms. Draw your palms away from your eyes. Bow your head. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.